Welcome to this edition of Inside Tulsa Athletics. We have another great show today as we'll have all 8 high school head football coaches. We'll find out where they are in their program and what they can look forward to in the last 3 weeks of the football season. In closing today, we'll talk about the reserve seats for the BOK Tournament of Champions brought to you by Tulsa Tech. Stay tuned. We'll have Brian Worrell, the head football coach from Memorial, next. Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics. Now we have the head football coach of Memorial High School, Brian Worrell, and Jaden Varnes, one of his senior football players. Well, Coach, we're week 8. Got 3 weeks to go. What do you think?
Yeah, we're week 8 is flowing by pretty fast, and we've got next couple of games. It'll be some tough games for us. We're doing our best to prepare the guys and give them the best chance to succeed as possible. And looking at a couple of upsets if we can the next couple of weeks. And like you said, the time's flying by right now. So
that would be good. Yeah, Collinsville leads the district.
Yes,
and
sir.
then I think Tahlequah is like 3rd
yes, sir.
in the district. And then you finish with Hale. So you got a chance to make a name for yourself if you have a big upset.
Yes, sir.
Jaden, you're a senior this year. How do you feel about your career? Have you been at Memorial for 4 years?
I've been in 3 years.
3 years, uh-huh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been a good career since I've been there. All coaches put me in the best positions to exceed on the football field, and they help me out in the classrooms and everything like that.
Well, good. What do you want to do after you graduate?
I want to get into fashion, start my own fashion line. I'm into cooking also. Cook a little bit. So I want to open up my own restaurant.
Boy, be an entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
There you go. That would be great. So what would you cook? What kind of food would you cook?
I mean, my favorite is to cook chicken Alfredo. My mom taught me that when I was little.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then she taught me how to make banana pudding 2 weeks ago. That's her favorite. So she didn't try to show me too much because she wanted me to come home for them college days. So she ain't trying to teach me all the recipes now.
I see. So do you want to go to college?
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir.
What do you want? You want to study what?
Oh, I'm still undecided right now. I'm still looking, still trying to see what I'm.
Maybe business. If you're going to go into business, you
Yeah,
might need to be a business major. Yeah, that'd be good. Marketing.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you go. Well, Coach, are you healthy going into last week?
Right now, we're pretty healthy for the most part. We got a couple of guys that are out from injury, but for the most part, overall, like our core group of guys that we have, we're all pretty healthy right now. So fortunately, we're in a good spot in regards to the injuries right now.
Sure. With these last 3 games, how many home games do you have?
We've got 1 home game
One
out of the last
2.
3. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. And so as you prepare your team, what do you think the future of Memorial football looks like?
Well, we of course we've been trying to build it for the last 3-4 years, and we're doing everything we can to get kids to stay and come in and reaching out to the junior high, Memorial Junior High, and even recruiting out of the halls and everything, just trying to get as many people as we can get out there for the program, because it really is a numbers game. The game of football is a numbers game. If you got the numbers, you have the chance to be successful. And so that's kind of our goal as a staff, and our vision is to try and get as many guys as we can to be out and keep those guys there consistently all year long without leaving or transferring or going other places like that. So that's kind of where we're at. It's kind of our vision for the future of football, or for the future of football at Memorial High School right now.
Retention is critical.
It's very important.
Retention is you spend all that time and effort coaching, and then if they leave, I've said publicly the 2 worst things that's happened to the NCAA in the last 12 months is the NIL, where people can sell their images, student athletes can sell their images, and the open transfer portal.
Yes, sir.
I think, you make a commitment to an institution, an individual makes a commitment to that institution, The institution makes a commitment to the student athlete, and then after a year you can go and be immediately eligible. I think that's juxtaposed to loyalty. People say, well, they make a mistake. You shouldn't make a mistake. You need to go to the right place. But Jaden, as you finish out your senior year, what would be your goals for the last 3 weeks of the season?
Last 3 weeks, I want to make an upset. I want my team to be healthy. I just want to go out there and play good football.
Mm-hmm.
That's the coaches all come up with a good game plan. I just want to exceed their fulfills as I've been there and go out there and go hard and play football.
Let me ask you this: do you play both ways? Do you find that to be difficult to play both ways?
At times, yes. At times, yes. It do get a little frustrating sometimes with certain stuff not going a certain way, but then coaches put you in that position because they know that you can make a change on the football field. So sometimes you go, okay, I'm out here for a reason. Let me make a change now so I can put my team in a better situation.
Well, you want the best players on the field all the time.
Yes, sir.
That's the key. And if you can two platoon, that's great.
That'd be great.
But it's difficult. I had a ball game one time, I'll tell you, against Eufaula.
Yeah.
J.C. Watts was the quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
And they'd beaten us the year before, 21-20, and we're playing at their place, and we're ahead 9-0. And I had one person playing both ways. We played two platoon football, and I took him out of the game to rest him one series, and they ran a trap and went 35 yards. So we beat them 9-6.
Yeah.
But that one play.
Bro, you had the guy out. Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here.
You bet. Thanks for having us.
Good luck the last 3 weeks of the season.
Yes,
And when we come back, we'll have Jonathan Brown, the head football coach at Booker T. Washington, and his student athlete.
Which one of these items can be recycled in the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart? Mini blinds, hanger, plastic bottle. The correct answer is plastic bottle. Plastic bottles and jugs are great for the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart. But mini blinds and hangers should be thrown away in the gray trash cart. Learn more at tulsarecycles.com.
Being an athlete at Nathan Hale's means that you have to be consistent, outgoing, and be dedicated because students at Nathan Hale look up to the football team.
Being an athlete at Nathan Hale has taught me to be confident and disciplined and always to be open-minded and always ready to work with people no matter how difficult it is.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics, and we have the head football coach at Booker T. Washington and his star player, Gentry Williams. Coach Brown, boy, it's week 8. Isn't that something?
Yeah, actually, it's funny you said that. We were talking about that in the coach's office yesterday. Like, it seems like Summer Pride was just, in July. We were talking about July 12th for some reason. I forgot something may have happened. And we were like, golly, how we got from July to now. And we're, in week 8, it's just crazy how fast it goes. It's crazy. But, we're having a good time.
I think one of the things I brought up with one of the other coaches, I think we went through 18 months of really difficult times with the COVID and everything. And every day seemed like it was a long day. And now we're back to some sense of normal, week to week, playing every week, play B games on Monday, doing all that. And so I think it goes faster when you're busier like that.
I agree. Like you said, we got our JV games Monday night, and then freshman games Thursday night, and then Friday is varsity. So those weeks start rolling by fast when you got 3 games in 1 week. You're into that next week like it's nothing. So it just makes it go by faster. But I'm having an enjoyable season, and I love the kids that I'm coaching, and we're playing pretty well right now.
Well, you are. It's an exciting time. Well, Gentry, congratulations.
Thank
you. You made a decision Monday, and tell us about how did you feel the recruiting process went with you?
It was definitely a long process that I enjoyed early on, and I was grateful I got to go through. But all in all, I'm glad that it's over. A process that kind of over time it starts to dwell on you as more coaches starting to talk to you. you're talking to your family about it just more and more. But all in all, it was a good process. I'm glad I went through it.
Well, you're fortunate because you're in a small minority of group of student athletes that have that opportunity, and to be able to commit to the University of Oklahoma, I think you should be excited about that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They have had a pretty good program with Coach Riley, and I think that you'll be a tremendous addition to. And I think some of the pundits have already been talking about that. You can fill in that secondary.
Well, definitely.
Yeah, that's excellent. What are your goals? You got 3 weeks, and we hope 6 weeks.
Yes, yeah, 6 weeks
of football season. But the last 3 weeks are critical with the district. What are your goals the last 3 weeks?
Definitely just trying to finish strong. We have, like Coach Brown tells us all the time, this is our second game of 4 straight home games. So just trying to get better week by week. This week we got a great opponent with Punkin City, not trying to overlook that. Just trying to be 1-0 and finish out the season strong. I
think that's the key. And, as we talked, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but certainly there's that last game of the season is going to be critical. And I think it's important to build on that week to week now and to get there. Because it's going to happen. Somebody's going to beat Bixby one of these days. And so it should be Booker T, I think.
I agree with you.
Well, Coach, as you look at your season, you're second in the district right now, 2 more marginal points than Choctaw does, and everything. How do you feel about your progress, and what does the future look like for Booker T football?
I'm really happy about how we been playing this year. We started out, kind of bad a little bit as far as the penalties and stuff, and that's why I love this group, Coach Cloud, is that you teach them something and you tell them not to hurt themselves, because when you have penalties and offsides and all that stuff, which is first 2 games where we played Southmore and then Dale City, it kind of shot us in the foot a little bit because we could have probably scored more points and the game could have got a little bit more out of control. But with the penalties, it kind of forced the games to be a little closer. But they learn from their mistakes, and I think we're averaging like maybe 6 penalties now a game. And I would like to get that down to like 3, but it's not 20 like it was in Choctaw.
Right.
And so and that's the thing that gives me the most promise, is that these guys are listening and they're going out and doing. And so as long as you got some kids that will listen and run through a brick wall for you, the sky's the limit for this group. Now for the future, just got to keep building. Like Gentry said, we got 3 games left. It was a crazy year. We got 4 home games at the end of the year this year, which is pretty cool. So right now we're just trying to get ourselves better, tighten up the screws as far as what we can do to get better and let the chips fall how they fall.
Well, that's great. As you prepare for the last 3 games, and that is unique to have that many home games at the end. It's good. That's not they're all district games.
Yes.
Makes a lot of difference. You feel like you can get into that where you host a home game, the first game in the playoffs?
Yeah, Coach, I think we're right there. Like I said, I think we got to go out and take care of business. We can't, overlook anyone. We're not that good to overlook anyone like that, and so we just got to keep going out and getting ourselves better. And if we do that, we're going to be all right and staying healthy. You never know. We just hope and pray the football guys will let us stay healthy as far as we can. But this team is going to surprise some people. And they have been doing a very good job this year.
Well, super. We're glad you're here. Gentry, congratulations on your selection. I know that's a load off of your mind.
Most definitely.
Now you can think just about football and studies.
Yes, sir.
Right, there we go. Coach, good luck the last 3 weeks of the season, and we hope to have you back. And when we come back, we'll have Kip Shaw, who's the head football coach of the Central Braves.
Which one of these items can be recycled in the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart? Glass bottle, string lights, ceramic mug. The correct answer is glass bottle. Glass bottles and jars are perfect for the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart, but string lights and ceramic mugs should be donated or thrown away in the gray trash cart. Learn more at tulsarecycles.com.
Being an athlete at Booker T. Washington has taught me to carry myself with class as an athlete, student, and friend, and to have responsibility on and off the field
Being an athlete at Memorial High School has taught me to be a better person, because when you play sports, attitude is the main thing you have to deal with. Not just your own, but other people's. It also teaches you to be the bigger person.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics. Now we have the head football coach of the Central Braves, Kip Shaw, and his two-way performer, Tyon Cox. Welcome to the show, guys.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Well, I tell you, as I look at it's just hard for me to believe we're in week 8.
It is. It's went by fast. I mean, we're in and out, and these weeks just seem to be just passing us by. So
I think the last 18 months went so slow with all the COVID and everything that when we actually are in a sequence now of playing week to week and everything being close to normal,
yep.
I think it has made a difference. Well, how's the new stadium?
The new stadium's great. We're excited about it. We had a great grand opening, a large crowd. The kids played well, put on a great performance. It was just great to see all the alumni and everybody out there just enjoying themselves. And, hopefully we can keep that atmosphere going every time we play at home. But it was just exciting.
That'll be really good. From a student athlete standpoint, Tyon, how do you feel about that stadium?
I like it a lot. It was fun having a bunch of people out there watching us and supporting us.
Yeah, that makes a lot of difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Have your classmates and the student body really excited about having something on campus. Brick and mortar can do a lot of things. Now, of course, you guys got to do the rest. Once you get it built. But it is a very, very exciting time there. Well, as you look at the season. You got Berry Hill, Inola, and Jay yet to go. How do you feel about those?
It's going to be tough. Berry Hill, watching them on film this week, they're a strong physical ball club, and we're going to have to match that. I tell everybody we're kind of young. We've got a good mix of kids, and young men like Tyon and them have been leading, showing leadership, and with the stadium and everything and all the excitement. So, we have to go out, and it's our second home game in the stadium. We have to perform well and do what we need to do against Berry Hill, and then kind of continue. Our goal is we need to win these 3 games, get to the playoffs, and have a good off season. So, it's exciting.
Yeah, you talk about that off season. I said earlier in the show, I think you win games in January, February, and March. You just happen to play them in September, October, and November.
Absolutely.
The off season is the key. Well, Tyon, what position do you play?
Slot receiver and jack linebacker. With no start now.
Mm-hmm. What do you like the best?
Receiver.
I said earlier I was listening to the OSU report on my way over here this morning, and there's a defensive football player at OSU that has more touchdowns than a wide receiver. So you can score them either way. Either way. So do you like to hit people? You do?
Yes, sir.
Do you like to be hit?
I don't get hit often.
Well, excellent. That's good. That's excellent. So how do you feel like the stadium has affected the team, the morale, the school, just in general?
The support is a lot. It means a lot to us. It makes us want to play harder. Gives us another why we should win.
Now, what grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. So you'll be proud to come back as an alumni one of these days and watch games and that.
I will.
Come back to homecoming and that type of thing. What do you want to do when you graduate?
Hopefully I can go off and play college football.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to study when you get to college?
I'm still in the process of figuring that out.
Mm-hmm. Good. Well, I'll tell you what, athletics has been in my life since I was 6 years old. And so that's 69 years, I haven't ever thought about doing anything else. And I felt blessed to be able to do that. But to be around good young men like yourself and Coach Shaw has really been a blessing for me. I think you take those things with you into your life, in college and on into your adult life, and I think it's important. We want to make sure that you continue to support Central when you leave, because you have a vested interest there. Coach, last 3 weeks, what are your goals for the last 3 weeks?
To play better, keep improving every week. Naturally to win, that's what we want to do. But like I told the kids, we don't control that. We got to control our effort and our mistakes and what we do. And, the thing I like is this group's unselfish. They're so excited for each other, and hopefully that continues and it shows success on the field.
I always said you don't worry about things you can't control. That's a waste of energy.
Absolutely.
The things you can't control are yourself and your teammates, and I think that's important. So this week's a big game with Berry Hill.
It is. It's a very big game. They're ranked in the state this week, and it's one they're holding that fourth place down, and we want to get into fourth place in the district and move up and do what we need to do to make it to the playoffs and hopefully eventually down the road win the state championship.
You bet. Well, I think that's the goal everybody has, and I think that's fantastic. Well, guys, thanks for being here today.
Thanks.
Good luck this last 3 weeks of the
Appreciate
season,
it, Coach.
And we certainly hope you get that Berry Hill
Hope so.
this week. When we come back, we'll have Willie Ponder, the head football coach at McLain High School.
Which one of these items can be recycled in the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart? Plastic bottle, cooler, laundry basket. The correct answer is plastic bottle. Plastic bottles and jugs are perfect for the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart. But coolers and laundry baskets should be thrown away in the gray trash cart. Learn more at tulsarecycles.com.
Being an athlete at Edison High School has taught me to work as a team rather than as an individual. Whenever you're on a team, you have a special bond with each other. You can rely on them in a time of need, whether on or off the court. Whether it be a shoulder to cry on or advice on how you can improve, your team will always be there for you.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics. Now we have the head football coach of the McLain Titans, Willie Ponder. Willie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'll tell you what, I've talked to all of our coaches. We have all 8 football coaches on today. So
Okay.
kind of wrapping up here at the time we go on again. It'll be the last week of the season before we're back. But it's hard to believe it's week 8.
Right. That's the big thing. I mean, I was talking to the guys, and saying we're looking for a win. We got to get a win, stay positive. We look up, we got 3 more of these things, guys.
Yeah.
So it's been going. It's a lot. I think last year was a COVID year, so it's kind of
right.
But this year it came and it's going and it's flowing and it's down to week 8.
We talked about that, I think, with the other coaches. I think that 18 months was like an eternity.
Yeah.
Getting through that, and now when you have the normal of week to week, it goes faster.
It goes faster.
It really does. So, are your numbers still good?
Numbers are still good. Running into some eligibility things. I think the kids are definitely adjusting, being back in the building and adjusting. Are we virtual or not virtual? The numbers are still up. I think that we're still moving in the right direction. There are some things that we need to correct. I think that it's beyond the X's and O's, and that's just being honest. I think we need to be better in our community and be better in the school building. That's what I've been talking with my kids about. Is just you gotta understand, you gotta be better in the school building. If you want to be good on the field, you gotta be better in the school building. So those are the things that we're working on to get better at.
I think one of the things that people disregard and don't think about, especially these days, it seems like we're so win-oriented. Everything's about winning, and we forget about the life lessons that we're teaching kids. I mean, they have a 4-year period to play high school athletics.
Right.
They've got another 60 years to live their life. And if we don't prepare them while we have that opportunity with them, and of course a coach has a tremendous amount of impact on a student athlete. Right. I think that's important.
Yeah, definitely, coach. And I mean, and not just my football players. I mean, just before I left here, I had a conversation with one of my water girls, and I seen her name come up on the eligibility list. So I told her today she's not going to Stillwell. She had bent out of shape about it. And I said, well, listen, I'm going to hold you at a higher standard just like I hold these football kids, these young men. I said, for one, you're a young lady. I want you, because you got a 4-year window like you just said, Coach. What are you going to be doing when you graduate high school? After you leave here, are you going to take advantage of, because just a couple of weeks ago I was talking to her about our tech program, taking advantage of leave McLain with a trade. Right. Don't just be here. Don't fall into the trap of nothing's going on. Take advantage of the opportunity to go leave here with a trade. You want to be a nurse? Perfect. Let's go. Do what you got to do your freshman, sophomore year, junior, senior year. Let's go to tech. And then you'll be able to take care of yourself.
Exactly.
And take care of your family if that's what you're having to do it now. She's, I have to do this at 15. My mom making. So what? Do it. Get your grades up. Focus up and let's go. But
teaching responsibility, I think, to kids is critical.
Yes.
You know, you have a responsibility to yourself, but you also have the responsibility to the people around you.
Right.
And you know, coaching, I think, puts us in a position where we have that impact with kids, and it's so important today because you know, gosh, Coach, when I was growing up. You know, it was just athletics. I mean, there wasn't anything else.
Right.
Today, there's so many other things out there that can get a kid off track, academically, physically, health-wise. You know, and the impact that a coach and a team can have is incredible.
Yeah, and so I mean that's my message every day. Obviously we're still looking for a win there.
Sure.
The guys are coming to practice, they're showing up. But my message is, look, it's bigger than this. The wins and losses, they're gonna come. Let's get better mentally. Let's be better physically. Let's be better in the classroom. I preach it. Because I know what education done for me. Like you said, growing up football, it was football, basketball, we was athletes. You gonna play sports. But it wasn't until I got out of professional ball, I didn't have no education. It was so that when I went back to school, got my degree, I learned so much. It done so much for me. So just the education part of it and is very big. So that's what I'm preaching out there.
I think the kids discount that too. They don't realize that you know, your athletics will end someday.
Yes.
There'll be a time when you can't do that anymore.
Right.
But what you put in here can stay in there for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Education, once you have it, they can't take it away from you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
think that's important. Well, Coach, keep up the good work with the kids.
Definitely,
and good luck this last 3 weeks of the season.
3 tough weeks.
And when we come back, we'll have Kevin Gordon, the head football coach at East Central.
Which one of these items can be recycled in the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart? Mini blinds, hanger, plastic bottle. The correct answer is plastic bottle. Plastic bottles and jugs are great for the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart. But mini blinds and hangers should be thrown away in the gray trash cart. Learn more at tulsarecycles.com.
I love Will Rogers Athletics because it helped me physically, spiritually, and emotionally through all the journeys I've been through at that school. All of the support staff helped me a lot, and it's just an amazing school.
Athletics at Will Rogers changed my life because it became a second family. With the support of my coaches and teammates, it's helped me gain confidence, work as a team, and will help me in college and in life.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics, and we have the head football coach of the East Central Cardinals, Kevin Gordon, and his student athlete, Joshua Young. Joshua, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Coach, you got 3 weeks in the regular season. It's all in front of you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Well, feel good. Had a tough little stretch that we just went through. Playing McAllister, Colweta, and Shawnee, and now waiting for us is Bishop Kelly.
Yep.
So it's one of those things where you know what they're going to do. They're going to run the football at you. and you just have to be able to stop it, and good tackling and getting kids to fly to the football. And then the other thing is, on the offensive side, have a very productive offense that keeps their offense off the field.
Off the field.
You know, me being I've always been a defensive guy. So the best defense is a great offense. And that keeps that offense sitting over there. I mean, you know, I guess if you want to beat Tampa Bay and Brady, keep Brady on the sideline. That's how you do it.
Yeah, the fewer snaps you have, the less opportunity you have to score.
Most definitely.
Question about that. Well, Josh, what position do you play?
I'm a receiver, defensive back.
Are you? What do you like best?
Receiver.
How come they all like receiving? You know?
Well,
They just
spotlight. It's spotlight.
It's a spotlight. Well, let me tell you about the spotlight. This will be the third time I've said this during the show. But driving to the show today, they had an OSU 24/7 guy on that covers the program and everything. They have a defensive back that has more touchdowns than Martin, their number one receiver. He has 3 touchdowns. The defensive back does. So you can score them the other way.
Can score, yeah.
And there's spotlight. On defense.
On defense, too.
If you're a good enough DB, you don't get much of that spotlight, though.
Well, or you get a lot if you get in the way.
That is true.
Well, what's your grade in school?
Right now, I'm sitting at a 3.0 semester.
Yeah, what's your class?
I'm in class 2022.
Okay, so you're getting ready to graduate.
Yes, sir.
What do you want to do when you graduate?
I'm planning to go to East Central University.
Oh, yeah.
In Ada, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
For a pre-physical therapy degree.
Excellent. I had 2 knees and a hip, and physical therapist is the key. Yes. There was no question about it. If you do what they tell you, you'll get well and you'll move on. And
that's right.
So that's great. That's a great thing to get into. Well, Coach, in the last 3 weeks of the season here, what are your goals for your team?
Well, we still have a shot at the playoffs.
Right.
That's the great thing about it. If we can win out and some other things happen, we can sneak in that back door, and that's always a good thing, and that's what we're planning to do. We're trying to win out and get in the playoffs and just further our season. Really excited, offensively. Our offensive line we've been so young all year, so we kind of been mix and match and moving people around, but we kind of feel that what we have going right now, we have a good little group to finish the season out, and we're looking forward to it. Defensively, we just got to fly to the football. If we can get 11 kids flying to the football and then control their emotions, I always tell my kids, I said, as a defensive guy, you want emotions. You want to play with emotions, but your emotions can't be too high and they can't be too low. It's okay to get up here, but you want to be right in that area, because it's almost those emotions are almost like an energy drink. If you're too high, you're gonna crash.
Peaks and valleys.
Your peaks and valleys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, it's an exciting time when we get down to this when you have a chance to get to the playoffs. Every week is an important week, and of course, this week with Kelly, it's an in-town game, even though you're at Kelly. It's one of those things. And then you got Durant at home, and then at Edison at LaFortune. So it's just right there in front of you. You got a chance.
We got a chance.
You got a
That's
chance
all you can ask for.
Oh, exactly.
That's all you can ask
yourself
for.
in position to win. Some people say that luck beats skill, and I believe that. I think sometimes you got to be lucky. But the harder you work, the luckier you are. There's no.
You got to have those 10,000 hours of prepreparation.
Exactly, to get there. Well, I'm glad you're here today. It is a great time, and good luck to you at East Central. That's a good institution. I spent 6 years at Northeastern. We played at East Central all the time, and had some good friends that went to East Central. It's a very, very good school. And Coach, good luck to you the rest of the season. I think you got a shot. That's all you want is a shot.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, very good. When we come back, we'll have Robert Borgstadt, the head football coach at Edison High School.
Which one of these items can be recycled in the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart? Plastic bottle, cooler, laundry basket. The correct answer is plastic bottle. Plastic bottles and jugs are perfect for the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart. But coolers and laundry baskets should be thrown away in the gray trash cart. Learn more at tulsarecycles.com.
Being an athlete at Booker T. Washington has taught me to carry myself with class as an athlete, student, and friend, and to have responsibility on and off the field.
Being an athlete at Memorial High School has taught me to be a better person, because when you play sports, attitude is the main thing you have to deal with. Not just your own, but other people's. It also teaches you to be the bigger person.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics, and now we have the head football coach, Robert Borgstack from Edison Prep, and one of his players, Jonathan Warrior. Welcome to the show, guys.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Well, I tell you what, it's hard to believe we've had 7 weeks.
It goes by fast.
3 weeks to go.
Yes,
you've
sir.
done the last 3 of those district games, which are always important. And, you know, it looks like that you have the opportunity to jumble up a little bit the district.
Yeah, we got McAllister coming up this week, and that's a big one. And if we could get an upset there, then that changes everything around. Then we finish with Rogers and East Central. So looking forward to that, wanting to finish off strong and get ready for next year.
McAllister's got a good football team, don't they?
Very good football team. Tough, physical. They're very, very good.
You know, I was the head football coach at McAllister at one time. And when I went there, I'd inherited 0-20. For 2 seasons, they didn't win a game. And 6 years before that, they'd won the state championship. And I'd been in college coaching and went back. But what I found about McAllister was they had good, blue-collar, hard-working kids. And they would do whatever we asked them to do. And the next year, we turned it around, went to the playoffs, and I went back to college coaching. But it was a great town to live in and everything. Well, Jonathan, you're a senior this year.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about your career at Edison?
I was off to a slow start freshman and sophomore year. Then junior year picked up, and then with COVID, it went back to being mediocre. So then we won some games, we lost some. We fought as a team in the end, and we came back this year, got a new head coach, and then we're still trying to build a program and get the guys ready for next year.
Sure. Well, you're a senior. What are your plans after you leave Edison?
I'm planning on going to college. Don't know where yet, but I don't know if I want to stay with football or go to wrestling. So that's what we're looking at.
What do you want to study in college?
I think I want to be a technician.
Like IT, like and the computers and everything. Well, that's where it is.
Yeah, that's where the money is.
If you don't have computers, you don't have anything. And I never would have thought the day would be football, dependent on so much of it. But with huddle and game planning and that type of thing.
Oh yeah, there's so much you could do with huddle. So much more you could do and do it so much faster than we did 20 years ago. So it's a big help in everything we do.
Oh, it's amazing. I could remember those film drop-offs when you drive halfway
Yep.
and exchange films and everything, and then take them to the game that night when you played them and everything. And now, instantaneously.
Oh yeah, exactly. I remember doing those too, and coming back with the VHS tape and got to make the 6 copies to hand to each different coach.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
Yeah. It is always a difficult thing when you, well, not always, but it's difficult when you have a change in head coaches and everything. How's that transition been for you?
Transition has gone smooth. Kept a lot of the guys that Tony had on staff, and Tony was a really good coach and had a lot of good guys working for him, so it made it really, really easy. The kids have really done what I've asked them to do, and so it's been a real smooth transition for me.
That's good. That's good. Jonathan, you said that you were involved maybe in wrestling. What weight do you wrestle?
220, but this year I'm thinking about 195.
Really?
Sir.
Good. How do you like wrestling?
I like it pretty good. Going in there last year, I was seeded number 3 last year at regionals. Fell down to tank at Pryor, so I missed out on going to state that year. So but it's looking good this year.
Certainly have a goal this year to get to the state tournament.
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic. Edison Wrestling has been in a little bit of a resurgence. They came back, for a while there, and have a lot of old friends. Jim Sellers, whose name is on the gymnasium, was one of my closest friends back in the day, and I know that Edison's had a tremendous history. Well, what's the future look like, you think, for Edison football?
Future's bright. We've struggled a little bit this year, but we knew we were going to struggle because we're playing a lot of sophomores, a few juniors, and even playing some freshmen. So, like I tell the kids, we are going to struggle because we're younger and we're playing a lot of teams that are more mature than us, playing a lot of juniors and seniors. So we got some work to do in the off season, but the kids they're excited to get into the off season and get bigger and stronger and faster. And when we do those things, I think we have a really good chance to bring it back to what it was when Tony had Savion and those guys.
And I always said that you win games in January, February, and March. You just happen to play them in September, October, and November. But that's when you win the game. Well, good luck for the last 3 weeks of the season, and good luck to you. I hope you have a great wrestling season, and good luck in your graduation. And when we come back, we're going to have Isaiah Irvin and Kelton Watkins from Nathan Hale High School.
Which one of these items can be recycled in the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart? Glass bottle, string lights, ceramic mug. The correct answer is glass bottle. Glass bottles and jars are perfect for the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart, but string lights and ceramic mugs should be donated or thrown away in the gray trash cart. Learn more at tulsarecycles.com.
Being an athlete at Edison High School has taught me to work as a team rather than as an individual. Whenever you're on a team, you have a special bond with each other. You know you can rely on them in a time of need, whether on or off the court. Whether it be a shoulder to cry on or advice on how you can improve, you know your team will always be there for you.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics. And now we have the head football coach, Nathan Hale Rangers, Isaiah Irvin, and his football player, Kellen Watkins. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having us.
Well, I tell you, it's hard to believe we're in week 8.
Week 8 it flew by so quick.
It just goes by once you do all that preparation, all the off season, the summer work, and then you just got 10 weeks.
Yes, sir.
It goes by quick. How do you feel so far about this year?
Not going as planned, but the boys are getting better every week. So kids are working hard. One thing I can take out of each game from the last 5 weeks is they're finishing. The scoreboard might not look as we want it, but the kids are focusing on finishing. So that's what we've been real big on, is just finishing every play. So
well, that's good. It's building a program is a difficult task.
Yes, sir.
It takes time. You
Yes,
have to have some patience, and it takes a series of graduations to get where you want to be. But it's one of those things I think that we sometimes get a little impatient in athletics. We want everything to happen right now.
Yeah.
And the only thing that will happen right now is hard work.
Yes, sir.
And I think that makes it everything. Kellen, what position do you play?
I play linebacker and running back.
Let's see. What do you like the best?
Running back.
Running back. Like to carry the ball. Huh?
Yeah, I like running the ball.
I was listening to the Blitz this morning driving over here, and they were talking about a defensive football player at Oklahoma State that has more touchdowns than the wide receiver at Oklahoma State. Because he's happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
And has got 3 touchdowns, I guess, this year. So you can score on both sides.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your time? What's your classification? Junior, senior?
I'm a senior this year.
Yeah. So how do you feel about your career at Hale?
I've been going there since my freshman year. I liked it. I like this year more. I like our coaches. I like the players. I feel that we just need to focus on this week,
sure,
homecoming, these last 3 games.
Yeah. So you'll be graduating. What do you want to do after graduation?
Try to go to college for football.
Mm-hmm. Good. Isaiah, as you get into this last 3 weeks, what do you want to accomplish? I noticed that you've got Memorial, Glenpool, and Claremore.
Yes, sir.
They're all 3 just right ahead of you in the standings.
Yes, sir. Just like I was just kind of mentioned earlier, each week we're getting a little better. The last 2 weeks, 0 turnovers offensively, but then we work on the other phase of the game, special teams. We had a block punt. So then you emphasize special teams even more this week. But it's just getting better every week. I tell the kids, giving it everything they got, 100% effort, and then we live with the effort, live with the results.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm expecting, for us to definitely get on the other side of the win column this week or next week, or of course last week of the season. But the kids are just working hard, since this summer, and they worked their butt off, and it's about time, they got to see some final results on
exactly.
that.
Yeah, you want that to happen. I've always said that when I was coaching, there's 3 phases to the game. Yeah. There's offense, defense, and kicking.
Yes, sir.
If you win 2 of the 3, you win the game.
Yes, sir.
You just got to take advantage of those things. The other thing I've always said too is that luck beats skill. Yes. Sometimes you're lucky.
Yes,
sometimes you're not lucky.
I would take some of that. We definitely need some of that luck early.
You need luck.
Lay some early and get some momentum going.
That's
yes,
right.
Sir.
So as you look at the future of Nathan Hale football, what do you feel?
I feel really great. It'd be 3 straight middle school classes coming in, a junior high champ, a runner-up, and then we got a team right now that's making a push to play in the championship game as well. So the future is really bright, and like I tell the kids every day, it's a process. Like I said, like you were mentioning, you want to win now, and of course that's the mindset. Every practice, every game is to win now, but it is a process, and we're just looking forward to the future at Nathan Hale. So
I think that'll be good. You got good leadership there,
yes, sir.
Dr. Riley and Shane.
Yes, sir.
Good folks. They care about the program. I know when Dr. Riley took that job. She'd been on the job about 2 weeks. This is 4 or 5 years ago. And she called my office. She said, I need to come down and talk to you about, I want to start winning.
Yes,
I want to have a good program.
Yes,
and when you have the principal and your athletic director there with you every day, I think it makes it a lot easier for you.
Yes, sir.
Well, guys, good luck. This last 3, you got a chance to move up a little bit.
Yes,
you got
sir.
some people you can compete with, and we certainly hope good luck, and good luck to you on your graduation. Glad you made it 4 years in school.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Coach, good luck the last
sir.
3 weeks.
Appreciate
that. And when we come back, we're going to have Parker Childress, the head football coach at Will Rogers High School, and his student athlete.
Which one of these items can be recycled in the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart? Air filter, cardboard box, toy car. The correct answer is cardboard box. Paper and cardboard are perfect for the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart, but air filters and toys should be thrown away in the gray trash cart. Learn more at tulsarecycles.com.
Being an athlete at Nathan Hale means that you have to be consistent, outgoing, and be dedicated because students at Nathan Hale look up to the football team.
Being an athlete at Nathan Hale has taught me to be confident and disciplined, and always to be open-minded and always ready to work with people, no matter how difficult it is.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics, and now we have the head football coach of the Rogers Ropers, Parker Childress, and Davonte Pruitt, who is a two-way player, but also is a track person. So we're going to have a good conversation about that. But Coach, 3 weeks to go in the season. The playoffs are right there.
Yep.
You're sitting number 5 right now. Got a shot.
Got to win out. Got to win out.
Got to win out. Well, it's a possibility.
Yes, sir. So last week was a kind of well, 2 weeks ago we played Shawnee. That was kind of a game that we were hanging our hat on. If we win that game, we're going to make the playoffs. And lost a tough one. We lost our quarterback about midway through the third quarter. It was a close game, then 14-6. and they just kind of ran away from it. We put our backup in, who hadn't practiced a lot, and threw an interception for a touchdown, and it just kind of struggled there. But came back during fall break, kind of lost some numbers. You know, fall break's tough on kids getting up to school, especially when there's no classes in session. Had about 30 kids at practice, but we kind of had this band of brother attitude against Bishop Kelly, who had really beat us last year, like 55-0 last year, and we ended up losing 35-55. But we put a really good game together against them. So kind of building momentum up towards this Durant game, a team that we should beat if we perform the way we're supposed to.
Had a historic win a year ago against Durant.
It's probably something that they really want to come back and beat us with. I would
imagine.
assume something that they're going to put on their bulletin board. But if we take care of business, we should run away with this one.
Davonte, what's your favorite position?
Well, my favorite position is slot. But like my main position is like safety and corner. But like I like when the coach put me at slot.
Yeah. Why in the slot? Why is that so important?
Because I feel like I get the score on offense.
Well, you can intercept for a pick six on defense. What's your goals this last 3 weeks of the regular season?
My goal was like to keep pushing, even though like some people like don't get off track. Like some people will distract you. Like just keep pushing. With like Coach said, he'll play with 20 players. I'll go with Coach. Whatever he tell me to do, I do it.
That's good. That's excellent. I understand that you're a track athlete as well, and might have some opportunities there. Talk about your track season.
On my track season, we had went to state in the 4x1 and 4x2. Actually, in the 4x1, I had dropped the baton, and I was just so frustrated. But we still had the 4x2 relay. Cut like I said, like 3 or 4 seconds, and we were on the podium. We placed 6th. Yeah. We had a kid who like he ain't finished through, and he had got like caught by this dude from Shawnee. He was a stud. He was a stud.
Well, do you have a good chance to win that championship this next year?
Yes. We still have the same relay.
There you go.
Yeah.
They're all football players.
And don't drop the baton.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, you talked about the really the off week, which is difficult. How are you injury wise?
I think we're all the way healthy back this time. Again, our quarterback got a little dinged up against Shawnee, and our trainer wasn't there to assist. It just some muscle issues with him, but he's back. I think no one was out last week. No major injury problems. We had to move some people around. We had a couple kids step away from the football program, and that's kind of what opened up Vontae to be a slot last week. I think he had about 95 yards receiving. I mean, stepped in and did a really, really good job. So now he's pushing to be a starter on offense and defense, play both ways. So again, people step away, kind of opens up opportunities for others to step up.
Well, 2 or 3 are away.
Yeah, long ways away too.
Durant's is a road trip.
Yeah.
172 miles. I don't know.
I didn't know the mile. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's and it's an interesting place to play.
Yeah.
It's when you play one school towns, it's tough.
Shut down the whole town.
Oh yeah, they'll be there for that. Then you got Edison, and then of course McAllister is a very good football team.
Yeah.
And, hopefully that you'll be able to get through that without any injuries, and you can get to the playoffs.
Yep.
Beating McAllister would obviously be a major upset.
Yes. It'd be a historic upset, but we're going to take care of business 1 week at a time.
Sure.
Take care of Durant and then move on to Edison and see what we can do. Everyone's got to step on the field and play the game of football.
Edison, I guess it'll be senior night. That's your last home game there of the regular season.
Yes, sir.
How's the new stadium?
It's awesome. It's beautiful. It's there's some things that we got to get fixed, of course, when you get a new building, but it's the game changer really with our team. There's a sense of pride and stuff, and it's our place now. We get to create the traditions. Having a school with 80 years of history, but no traditions for home games.
Right.
I mean, it's pretty cool. It's an opportunity that I don't think our kids really understood last year when it first started, but we're kind of embracing it this year.
Yeah, it's I played at Rogers, and we would trek over to Skelly, which is Chapman now, to play. And sometimes if we didn't win, he'd make us walk back.
Really?
That's
awesome.
We wouldn't bus back.
Wow.
But
I heard you guys did like a helmet on thing on the bus. I've been told by some alumni about
when
that.
you turned that corner, there was a little light that was shined above Harvard when Harvard was really just a 2-lane road. And Coach Boyle would say, all right, buckle them up, we're going to war.
That's
And
cool.
We'd buckle them up and we'd get in there. And it was a different time
Yes, sir.
in high school football in Oklahoma. We had 25,000 people show up for the Hall City.
Wow.
I mean, it was
That's
big
cool.
time. It was big time. But well, thanks for being here. Good luck this last 3 weeks.
Thank you.
And good luck on your future. Hope you make the right decision. And when we come back, we'll have a few words.
Which one of these items can be recycled in the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart? Mini blinds, hanger, plastic bottle. The correct answer is plastic bottle. Plastic bottles and jugs are great for the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart. But mini blinds and hangers should be thrown away in the gray trash cart. Learn more at tulsarecycles.com.
Athletics is so important at Tulsa Central because it's an outlet for some of our kids there. They get a better opportunity to basically give back to our community.
At McLain, the sports is what mainly drives a bunch of the students to come to school every single day and work hard because they want to be able to come from the classroom to the field or the court and show at what they're good at.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. Oklahoma's premier high school basketball tournament, the 56th Annual Tournament of Champions, presented by Tulsa Tech, will be held at the BOK Center on Monday, December the 27th through Wednesday, December the 29th. 16 of the best high school basketball teams in the state of Oklahoma will be there. Brackets for 8 girls teams and 8 boys teams. You can make your reservations for an all-sessions ticket by going to www.bokcenter.com. Single session tickets will go on sale on December the 8th using the same online address. The tournament press conference will be held on Wednesday, December the 8th, and that's when the pairings will be released for all of the games. Representatives from all schools will be in attendance. We certainly don't want you to miss the 56th Annual Tournament of Champions. So go online right now, get your all-session tickets, and then on December 8th, you can get your single game tickets. We'll see you next time on Inside Tulsa Athletics.